Hi, my name is Morgan, and today I want to go over how we can utilize our faith to deal with everyday stress. As we know, here at camp, it can be very stressful, and whether it's in your personal life or through work, there's always going to be stressful challenges that you have to face. I know at camp we've had some serious situations where we have like camp shooter threats, or even just the daily conflict with working with others for a job. Or even our kids. So today I want to go over how we can use some steps to guide us through that stress. The first step I recommend that we take is to go forward towards the Lord. And it might seem simple, but recognizing that you're dealing with the stress and choosing to first go towards the Lord is a step that's often missed. He can't help if we're not going to Him and being willing and vulnerable. So one of the verses that really solidified that for me was Matthew 11:28-30, and it says, "Come to me, all, for for you come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." It's very clear to me in Scripture that the Lord is telling us to come towards Him. He's not just willing and able, but He calls us to do these things. He calls us to not handle these stressors or life alone, that He's our Father and He's there to us through all of that. The next thing I would say is to ask for direction. So when you are dealing with a stressful situation, you need to be asking the Lord for direction. Like, you can come to Him, but your next step would be to seek that guidance. In Jeremiah 6:16, it says, "Stand at the crossroads and ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find your rest for your souls." It's also one of those things where it's like so evident to us that He tells us to seek that wisdom, to seek that guidance, and in that we will be shown the right direction and the right path. And this is something that people have researched a lot on as well. At Carson University, or Carson Newman University, they did a study and they published a paper even just speaking about the benefits of going to the Lord for these things, and how faith plays that key role in guiding people, and how it's not just something that is said to be right, but is backed with numerous amount of research. The next thing I would say would be our next steps is to make sure we're following through with the discernment that we are given. When the Lord gives us an answer to something, it's not always the answer we want to receive, but His guidance is clarity above all. And so in this verse, James 2:14, it says, "What good is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith but does not have works, can that faith save him?" And I really applied this to how we deal with our stress, because what good is it if we have this faith and we seek out the Lord, but then we don't use the discipline that we have to show that we're going to listen to the wisdom that we have. We're never going to see the fruits of His knowledge if we don't implement them into our lives. The last step is to always just rejoice in what is left. In Philippians 4:4-7, Um, there's a there's scripture that speaks on um, how we should just be grateful and rejoice in the fact that the Lord is with us and He is willing and does stand with us in everything, in the stress, in the good times, in the bad times. He is there to guide us, and He is our Father in that. Um, yeah. So that's kind of the last thing I wanted to touch on. I just want to close this off by saying I really hope that these steps can help you and guide you in your next stressful situation. I know whether it be big or small, we're all going to face it. So, thank you for your time, and I hope this can bring some clarity on your next steps going forward.